So, last week we had our first rehearsal and we got another new person. Welcome, Jess. We'll just kind of continue and hopefully we'll get more people as the time goes on. You know, this is one of those times that's a changeover season. Rocky's up, closing up his camp in Maine, so on and so forth. So we got a few people doing that kind of stuff. Why don't we just start by standing up, please? And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out a little bit. Very good. Now you're going to take your hands and you're going to go way over your head. Way over your head. Try to reach the ceiling. And if you can, I'm going to give you a penny. All right. Very good. And let them come down nice and gentle. Now you're going to go to the side. You're stretching your rib cage. And you're going to reverse that, please. Remember the most important rule. If it hurts, stop. Good. And you're rolling your shoulders. Do one at a time coming forward. Now reverse that. Touch your shoulder blades in the back. You're stretching. You're not hurting, but you're stretching. Now release that. Give yourself a nice hug and you're going the opposite way. Very good. We're going down so fa mi re do. 1, 2, and ah. So fa mi re do. 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 Last one now. And do, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, we're going to start. We're going up 5 notes, down 5 notes with a little jump. On ya. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Ya, oh, 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 oh. Very good. Everybody please sit down. Okay. Would everybody go to number 8 in your book? We're on Silent Night. We're going to do 3 verses. We're going to do verse number 1, verse number 2, and verse number 4, which is the German verse. Now on YouTube, if I say something wrong, Bill, just got to correct me. But on YouTube, what we have is we have all 4 parts of this with the piano. We have each individual part, your soprano part, your alto part, tenor part, and bass part, all separated. So you can just hear your part. And I did a pretty detailed explanation of the German, which I'll do again real quick right now. This is the pronunciation I'd like us to use. So this is verse 4. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, aller schläft, einsam wacht, nur das Trotte hoch, heilige Paar, holder Knabe, im Lokigen Haar, Schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe, Schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe. Can I have a G, please? Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft, einsam wacht, nur das Trotte hoch, heilige Paar. Hol der Knabe im Lokigen Haar, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe. Okay, so that's basically what we're talking about for the German pronunciation. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Mr. Rogers give all 4 notes, soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. I will always give them from the top to the bottom. And let's just sing the first verse and see how we do, okay? My tempo's in more or less a 2, a moderate 2, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Silent night. Okay, so let's take everyone, and this is all of us on the melody. Pretend we're all sopranos right now, just sing in your own voice. 1, 2, 3, and 2. Silent night, holy night. Stop right there. I neglected to say one thing that's really important. I would like the whole piece, please, done in 2 measure phrases. So you go in silent night, holy night, breath. All is calm, all is bright, breath. So you're going to go 2 measures or 2 small phrases before you take a breath. The whole piece is that. So 2 measures, breath, 2 measures, breath, 2 measures, breath, 2 measures, breath. Okay? So that's why I'm doing it with just the melody. I want you to get used to that phrasing before you take the breath. 1, 2, 3, and. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Good. Now this is the alto part by itself. 1, 2, 3, and. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round your Virgin Mother and Child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. This is the tenor part. 1, 2, 3, and. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young Virgin Mother and Child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. And lastly, this is the bass part. 1, 2, 3, and. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young Virgin Mother and Child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Never was good on a low G. Okay, so here's our 4 notes. We're going to give this a shot. This is the first verse, please. 1, 2, 3, and. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young Virgin Mother and Child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. All right. So Mr. Rogers is going to play an introduction. The introduction will be the last 2 measures. We'll sing the first verse. He's going to play an interlude, which is that instrumental music in between the verses. That will also be the last 2 measures. Then we're going to sing the second verse. He's going to play the same interlude again, the last 2 measures. And lastly, we're going to sing Still a Knocked in the 4 parts. Okay? So let's just go through this once. This is first verse, second verse, fourth verse, always separated by an interlude. Do, 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 do. Everybody got your beginning notes? He's going to play the introduction now. And 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. Silent night, holy night. verse 2. 1, 2, go. Two measure phrases. Breath. Now you're on the fourth verse. Everybody's singing your own part. 1 and go. Very nice. Now on your last note, every time, every verse, you're always going to go five beats. Schlaf in him leisure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. So always 5 beats on the last note, okay? All right. Now everybody take out your phones, set them to record. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to give you a 3 count. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Excuse me, whereabouts in my phone do I get that?
Bill?
Where do I go to my phone to record it?
Do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android?
I have an iPhone.
Go to your camera setting.
Go to the camera setting.
Mm-hmm.
Up at the top. Okay, just hit the hip.
Yep. Like you were going to take a picture of something.
Okay.
Swipe to the right, and it should put you into video mode.
Into video mode. Okay. Yep. Gotcha.
There you go. Hit record. You're done.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Thanks. Now, when you're singing,
yes, Terry, you can use voice recorder mode. That's fine. I honestly don't care how you record it. It's I can use anything.
Now, one of the difficulties, and Bill alluded to this at the beginning of the rehearsal, is we're all by ourselves. And when you're by yourselves, there isn't the ambiance of having so many people around you. And when somebody sings, you kind of join in and you feel good with it, and you're all by yourselves. I understand that. But it's really essential for all of us that we take a nice big breath, use support. What is support? Support's that tightness of the diaphragm, the lower part of your stomach area below your navel, a little firmness, and exhalation on, so not silent night, just more silent night. You're not screaming, you're not singing really loudly, but we're we're using our voice in the best way that we can to produce a nice sound. And that's what we want to do. If nothing else, this is going to show all of us what our voices sound like, and they're going to sound a lot better by the end of this. That's the whole object of this. If we were all done doing this, we might as well go into concert now. That's not what this is about. Okay. So, again, I just want to make sure that we're all perfectly understanding what we're doing. I'm going to set the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We all clap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mr. Rogers starts. So you're going to have 6 measures of silence. But that clap is going to enable Bill to put all of our recordings together. Everybody understand where we're going? So I'll give you the tempo. We all clap with me. You're clapping on your video. 6 beats of silence. Then Mr. Rogers starts, and then we're singing all 3 verses. Everybody understand what we're doing? Now, because I can't hear you, it's really important. Everybody do this. That means you understand and everything's good. I don't get it. No, I just don't understand. You understand what I mean? It's as simple as that. No, I don't get it. Yes, I do. Okay. So when I'm asking you a question and I do this, I'm asking for a response. It's either this or that. Okay. And if it's this, then we'll just have to explain it a little better and help you out. Everybody understand? Good. Okay. So the important thing is I'm going to give you 6 and you're going to clap with me. Give me 6 beats of silence. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. So tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Second verse. 1, 2, go. Silent night, holy night, shepherds break of the sight, perish free from heaven afar, and behold, sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Fourth verse, still ain't knocked. Still ain't knocked, I live Enoch. Air. No breath. Big breath. No breath here. Big breath. Now. Big breath. 5 beats on the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Good. Shut off your cameras. How'd that go?
I didn't clap on time. Sorry, Billy.
Now, what if you don't? Were you able to start singing on time? Okay. To be honest with you, I think that's the most important thing.
Paul,
Yeah.
Paul, I just realized that I didn't really record that. Not that I'm saying I should do it again, but I thought the red light meant it was going, and it wasn't really. So you won't have me for that one.
Does everybody want to try it one more time?
Can you give us each our notes also?
Yes. I'll give you each your note, but it's really essential that you hang that note in your head because he's going to play an introduction.
Also, mine froze a couple times, so I wasn't able to get it either.
Okay. Hey, look, we're still experimenting with this whole process, right? Okay.
Don't forget, this is just for rehearsal purposes. This is just so Mr. Calcari has something.
I just want to be able to evaluate because I can't hear you.
Right.
So I'm giving some instruction and I'm assuming that everything's going the way I assume it's going to go, but until I hear it all together. So it isn't your voice. It isn't somebody else's voice. It's the collective voices of all of us.
So even if we have the red shut off there, you don't hear that, or do you hear that?
I don't hear any of you saying.
Oh, I just hit. Okay. All right. I hit it. I took it and I'll.
So Paul, you're all muted to me. The sound is going into your phone so it can be recorded. You understand what I'm saying? Yes.
Paul, do you think that if you muted yourself, it would be difficult for you to direct? Because I'm hearing the melody that you're singing, but I'm trying to concentrate on the tenor line. And it's a little bit distracting, but I just wonder if it's important that you stay.
Then of course I can conduct without that. I was just trying to be helpful, but if it's not helpful, it's certainly
Feel free to sing the alto part.
You can't mute yourself because then it won't.
he's saying, don't sing.
Don't sing at all.
If I sing the alto part, is that going to screw you up? Yes. A little of this, a little of that.
This will be my second version of this, and I'm gonna mute it now and then put it on the phone, right?
Well, we're going to take it right from the beginning. We're going to do this all over again. Ready?
Okay, I'm gonna mute it.
You're muting your Zoom. Only your Zoom. Okay. So I'm not going to sing it all. And I'm going to give you 3 beats and everybody has to clap. Ready? Turn on your phones. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone singing and go. Big breath. 5 beats on the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Verse 2 and go. Breathe here, breath. 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 Five beats on the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Ready and go. Breath here. Breath. Breath. Five beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Good job. How'd that go? Better? Okay. So let's go on, please. Could you go to number 5 in your book? This is much more up-tempo. And on this particular one, what I'd like you to do is try to put the hard consonants firmly at the end of the words. When you say hark, put a k, hark. If you're saying Harold, put a D on there, duh. So it's just going to accentuate the words. I would like to try to go through 4 measures before we take a breath. Like the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Breath. So I'd like to go through the entire line if we could, because it's really quite quick. It's not as slow as Silent Night, and I think we can make it. So everybody take a big breath. If you can't quite make it, that's all right, but give it a college try. So here's your 4 notes. And let's just sing the first verse with 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Okay. This is the
Mr. C,
outro part.
Mr. C, could you lower your video so we can see your hands, please?
Sure.
Thank you. I can see your lovely face, but not your directing.
What did I do? Uh-oh.
You cut off your head, but that's okay.
Did you touch the,
I don't know what I touched.
you must have switched one of these.
Well, if we have to start over again, we will. All right.
Hey, Tim.
Is that better? Okay. Now, the only thing I'm afraid of is when I'm conducting, I don't know whether the sound's going to come out on your end. In other words, is it going to be with your voice or is it going to be with not your voice? I'm not sure. We'll find out.
All of your video is coming out together, so audio and your conducting will be fine
Okay.
because it's
So
coming
we're
from
good.
your link.
This is the alto part. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Did that make sense to you, Judy Pease?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, this is tenor. 1, 2, listen, and. How was that, tenors? Good. Okay. And this is the bass part, please. Here's your octave. 1, 2, and da. Here's our 4 notes, and we're going to try this together on the first verse. 1, 2, please sing. How'd that go, everybody? All right. So let's try this, please. We're going to do verse 1 and verse 2 and verse 3. It's one of the few songs that I'm going to do verse 3 on. I always find verse 3 very awkward. I don't know why, but it just ends up that way. But we're doing verse 3 on this. We're not doing verse 4. So we're doing 1, 2, and 3. We're using the last two measures, be ba da 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 da, as the introduction and the interlude. We'll have an interlude between each one of the 3 verses. And we're going to sing verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. Everybody got it? So we'll give you your 3 notes. I'm sorry, your 4 notes. Stop. We're going to clap. I forgot. We have to clap.
So yes, we are recording. Everyone go ahead and fire up your record.
Fire up your record. So I'm not saying anything, right?
Okay with me if you sing. Helps me, I think.
Say that again.
It's okay with me if you sing. I think it's helpful, actually, even if it's a different part.
Okay. All right. Some of us feel good with this, some of us don't, so I'm not going to do it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone clap. 2, 3, 4. Be da 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 da. Hey, like the. Everyone understand the format? Your phones are going?
They get their 4 notes first.
4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. To measure interlude. Verse 2 and. To measure interlude. Verse 3, please. And. Shut off your phones. How'd that go? Up, down?
On the second verse, there was no two measures in there. It just went right through into there. Does that
No,
make
they-
sense?
We,
No?
we gave the two measures.
Okay, all right,
We did.
okay.
My question, Paul, I feel like I'm getting out of sync, because I'm hearing the delay and I'm so used to following what I hear that I'm sure my timing is all over the place.
Well, I would listen very carefully about when we clap and just
Could
feel
you
that
hear me?
tempo. I give you that beginning tempo, 1, 2, 3.
I'll type it.
And just keeping with that internal rhythm that you have and listening very carefully to the piano.
Here's the other good part. I'm recording this rehearsal and it will be uploaded to YouTube tonight. So all the individual parts will be there that you'll be able to play over and over and over. Everything will be there. So you'll be able to use this to practice if you wish. If your timing is off because of a hardware problem, computer lag, whatever, you can always re-record it. It's okay. If you end up getting it to me tomorrow or Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So, don't sweat it.
Okay. Why don't we just run over the Noel part of the first Noel, which is number 2 in your book, please? This is,
Does this just have everybody sing each of the 3 verses here, or just one, like soprano, soprano and alto, and then the second one be then something else, and then we take over 4?
yeah, on the verses, but we're not doing the verses right now. Yes,
Okay, so what are we going to be doing here then?
the last line, which is the Noel part.
Oh, the last line. The
Noel.
last line. Okay, I got you.
Okay. Last line is going to be sung in the 4-part harmony. These are the 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, sing now. Altos. 1, 2, 3, 1. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Tenors. 1, 2, 3, 1. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Basses. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Okay, all 4 parts, please. 1, 2, 3, sing, go. Okay, now we're not going to go over the verse parts tonight, which is all going to be melody. We're not doing that. Let's go over to number 3, please. Number 3 is Adeste Fidelis. Let's go over the third line, go down to the third stanza, third measure, O come. Oh, come, let us adore him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, go. Good. Now, altos, remember, we're holding on the first verse and the second verse, the word come 7 beats. So we're going to eliminate let us adore him. Oh, oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Take the last one. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Okay. And then tenor, we're singing the the Oh Come Let Us Adore Him. Basses, you're going to let the tenor sing it twice, and then you're coming in the third time. Everybody got it? Okay, we're on that. 1, 2, go. How'd that go, tenors? Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Basses, the third one. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. So it's 3.5 beats. Christ the Lord. All right, let's try that one more time. Venite. I'm sorry, the O Come All Ye Faithful. 1, 2, and. Basses enter here. Good. Let's take it from the beginning. We're doing verse 1, verse 2, and the Latin verse, Adeste Fidelis. I'll tell you what, let's make a recording. Are we set to make a recording of this? Does anybody need the parts of the verse? Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. And that's the part we just went over. Okay? Tenors, we cool? Paul, you good?
Do you want me to sing the line in my lane, my range, or?
Yes.
Okay, so-
Come, all ye
Faithful. Okay,
joyful
I-
and triumphant, O come ye, to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. And then we sing the rest of the part like we just rehearsed. Okay?
yes,
Everybody sing it
okay,
in their own voice.
yep.
Here's your 4 notes. We're just going to start right on it. 1, 2, go. First 2. 1, 2, ready, go. Sing. Now you're going to sing the Latin verse, Adeste Fidelis. Big breath. 1, 2, go. Good. So we're going to call it a wrap. Does anybody have any questions before we leave?
Yep, I didn't
do.
know we were recording that because we didn't do the clap or anything.
Yeah, I should have done that. Maybe we
So-
should do it again.
Want to do this one more time? Is that what you're saying?
Is everybody good with doing this again?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
I just have a question. How would you pronounce the one in Latin?
Adeste fideles leti triumphantes venite in Bethlehem natum videte regem angelorum venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, Dominum.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Now, remember, all of these parts and pronunciations are on YouTube. You go to the Franklin County Community Chorus on YouTube, and you're going to find O Come All Ye Faithful, all 4 parts, soprano part alone, alto part alone, tenor part alone, bass part alone, and pronunciation of the Latin. All right, everybody understand? So let's try this one more time, and we're going to record this time. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, clap, 2, 3, ba-da-da-da-da-da. So, and then Mr. Rogers will start. He's going to put the interlude between each verse also. Everybody understand? Good. Go ahead. He's going to give you notes. Everyone's clapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. One, two, sing. Oh, come.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful
Two, three, breath. Seven beats, alto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bass, enter here. Interlude. Second verse, sing. 1, 2, start now. Sing. Adeste fidelis. Adeste fidelis. Good job. Shut off your phones, please. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
I do. Bill, could you tell us whether you received our recordings?
I did indeed, yes.
So you're saying that to me personally, or you're saying it to?
Yeah, I've got yours. And if memory serves, you sent me 3 emails. One email each of the songs, and then a third one saying that you had sent them in. And I
Okay.
believe I responded back to that one. But either way, I have yours.
Okay, because I don't think I did get a response. That's why I
Oh.
just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Do you want me to be sending you these camera pictures that I have? All of them, just pile them all up and put them in?
I just need one recording of each song.
Okay, I'll try to do my best on that.
Yep. Yes, please, because there's 19 of us in here, so that's 19 people I need to edit through.
Okay.
Bill, did you receive mine, Susan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Sue Peck.
Hey, Bob, neighbor.
Okay, listen, thank you so very much for being with us. Again, it's only going to get better, I promise. And when you hear, if we all give a little bit more to the sound of the audios that we're sending in, just a little more air, a little more confidence, I think that we can make a nice product. And if you've been on YouTube, you see these products where they have a lot of people singing various songs. And I think we can do our own very, very nicely for the holiday season. So I want to thank you very, very much. You should be able to get for next week an invitation to meet meet at 6:30. If for some reason you don't get that, please just go back to your previous email and use that one. Okay? And I thank you so very much. And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Hey.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks.
Thanks all.
Good night, y'all.
Y'all.
Night, y'all.
Thanks, Tim, too, and Paul and Bill.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Granular kids that movie.
No, not none of this.
Never crossed our minds.
Never mind trying to rehearsal.
Yeah, turn around. Yeah. Hopefully they sing.